here at the beginning of the little road. Very cute. Got the little garage over there. Oh, they've got a Generac over there. Okay. So here's Grand Oaks. It goes all the way down here. Really, really pretty houses over here. See that house at the end, and the road loops around. But very, very nice spot in St. Augustine. The neighbors' houses. Looks like they're probably moving. But you can kind of see how quiet it is on this little cut through road. Very nice. All right, let's see. So first glance, the roof looks to be in good condition. So the only trees that I'm seeing that could cause any kind of issues with the roof, I'd probably cut that branch over right there because it is kind of hanging over this roof. And then this tree, there really is just two branches, that one and that one, that are kind of hanging over the roof. But I'm just extra careful about trees over the roof. All right, let's get in here and see. It's got some soft stonework here on the front. Looks like just a little bit of damage here on the screen. Not a huge deal. This would shine right back up with a pressure washing. There's a little bit of dirt, but this must be a bathroom per the usual bathroom block window. This looks like irrigation. There's a water shutoff right there. Another one here. I'd have to have the inspector tell us exactly what these each do, but yeah, that's a valve box. I would imagine that is too. This is probably before the irrigation and after. I'm not positive, but again, and you can see they've got irrigation in the yard. Looks new. I mean, they still have the stickers on. It looks pretty new. You can see the tops hanging up. There's another. This should be the shutoff to the house, I would imagine. So if you ever had a water pipe burst or something, you could just shut it off from the house. That'd be my best guess. Okay, just the little power boxes. Yeah, it needs a little bit of cleaning. That's probably, you could probably pressure wash that off, is my guess. Or paint. It could be that they pressure washed it and the white paint came up. I can't quite tell, but yeah, I'll have to find out. I mean, there's some pavers along the concrete. I mean, this definitely could stand for a good pressure washing. You can see there's a little grime and moss breaking through the grout lines. I mean, this is really quiet. The only noise I hear is them moving across the street. So yeah, there's a little dirt there in the corner, but it looks pretty good. All right, let's get in here and see. Yeah, I mean, a good pressure washing would really take, it just looks a little dusty and dirty. Pressure washing would take a lot of this off. So we are in. Looks like they're on the way to moving. It's just dusty. They probably haven't been here very long. It needs a good deep cleaning, but underneath the dust, like there's a little chip in the paint there. So this is what the flooring looks like. I mean, this place could shine with a good cleaning. I don't think the furniture's doing us any favors. Let me see if I can get some lights on. Okay, there's a couple. All right, so right here, ignore the outdoor table. We've got some plantation shutters. Something's running, sounds like water. So the floor doesn't look bad. The trim is actually pretty nice. It's good. That's probably 5.5-inch trim here. Or 5-inch trim, I would imagine, at least here. Over here, around the borders, a little higher. So that right there, some seam cracking. Oops, sorry. That needs to be filled in and repainted. Same right here. Those corners, you have to maintain that obviously as you live somewhere. Okay, so the counter here matches the flooring quite well. Okay, so just a note, you can't really put your fingers in between there, but you can open it this way. I don't know how you feel about these colored cabinets. They are just a dated color. No, obviously, newer homes are gonna have that color. And same, I'm just kind of seeing the same thing. Just dusty. Needs paint, cleaning. I'd probably go through and repaint this. Okay, so yeah, you've got, then what I will say is if I were to guess, I'm gonna say that TV's probably 55, 60 to 65 inches. So that's not too bad. I see a lot of houses that have cutouts for the entertainment center, and they're built for like the old block TVs, if depending on when they were built. Same, they've got just little seam cracking. You just gotta go in and fill that in and then repaint. So really nice vaulted ceilings. Interesting entryway. I'll say this is obviously not structural. This corner piece here, it doesn't even go up to the wall. Realistically, you could knock that down from right there, cut all this out, cut that piece out, and then cut it over there. And you would open this wide up. Which it just depends on what your style is. I don't hate it. It's nice to have a little entryway, a little separation. But again, some people prefer the more open setting. The arches do match the archways within each hallway. So it kind of goes with the scene of the house. Okay, so you've got your little hall closet. It does go back to the corners, which is nice. Looks like I don't know why I guess they cut instead of cutting it. So this is interesting because I used to do tile. You could have cut this piece so that it slid right in there without making a line here, but just depends on who's doing it. But they figured, I guess it would be easier to do that, which it is. You don't have to slide the piece in and have it fit right there around the trim. So they were able to slide it in and then just place that there and grout it in. But okay, again, just dusty. Okay, so you've got an access point right there for the attic. This is nice. Okay, this has got to be the master, I would imagine. We'll take a look over here. Actually, let's just go ahead and march on in. Okay, first thing I notice, carpet has got to go. This is, as you can see, it's picking it up on the camera, luckily, but carpet's no good. Carpet's no good. So there is carpet in the closet. So you've got your first walk-in closet here. It's actually a lot of space. They have a ton of stuff all the way through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like 6 steps to get through the closet for me. Nice tray ceilings. Similar here. I can see a little caulking issues. It just needs to be caulked and filled in. Just regular maintenance. Again, the trim work actually though is pretty nice. They do have nice trim work here. With some cleaning and some paint, it would make a huge difference. And a little bit of caulking around there. Okay, so this is another closet. Again, you can see the carpet needs to be just pulled out and done. Okay. So here's the window facing the front. This is a nice closet. They've got a little cutout up there. It does have the like tray ceilings there too. Okay. So, I mean, they've got all one. Oh, there's a seam in there, yeah. So, I mean, you could pull this carpet up and redo carpeting. Fairly simple. So, there's definitely some work that needs to be done. That glass shower door is not what I would. Hello. All right, so let's take a look. Older fixtures. It's got the gold trim around the mirror. Definitely dated. It's got the mirror flaking off. Medicine cabinet. So you do have dual sinks, so his and hers, Jack and Jill sinks. Water closet. I actually like that it has a window in here. Got a little trim board there to hang stuff on. That's literally just dust. I don't think they spend a lot of time here, if I were to guess. So, one thing I'm noticing, a lot of this stuff is really cosmetic. I mean, the corners, not great. Grime, water damage, kind of like, you know, water is the most corrosive thing on planet Earth. Over time, it can eat through anything. So there's definitely some moisture from the shower. This, you could scrub that off, redo this. I would recommend redoing showers. So as you can see, it's all the way up there. Let's look in here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Showers need to be redone. As you can see, the showers are matching, like the tile in the shower does match the tile out there. The tub itself is old. Just cobwebs and stuff. There's the gap in between there. Yeah, so the tub, I mean, I'd pull that tub out and redo the tub. A couple grand, redo the entire tub and shower. Okay, and we also have the linen closet. Oh, okay, I like that the linen closet actually goes at an angle, so you do have plenty of space. You could put a mop, broom, vacuum, whatever you want to store right there, and still have this. You could even extend these. You could get the deeper shelving to go out to here, replace that. I will say this house has a lot of potential, and it is in a very good area. The comps on this are good. And the price, I was kind of expecting some condition issues with the price, but that's something I would just throw in an offer for based on condition and area and price. So let's go over here. So it's a good sized room. So you've got double windows. Oh, this is cute. Okay, so you've got like a little office or sitting area. You've got pocket doors here. Double pocket doors. So if you wanted a little privacy, you can sit in here. They're obviously using it as a makeshift office, which is kind of perfect for that. The windows, those look just dirty on the outside, but they're older windows nonetheless. Oh, it wasn't even locked. Well, where's the door? Okay, it's on that side. Okay, so your pool's on the back side of that little road. I'd have to look to see how many houses, or basically how many houses or cars would be driving down that road, but if it was me, I would either put some shrubbery or something to give myself a little privacy back here, which wouldn't be a big deal. Same, you got a little wear and tear cracking here. This needs to be done, maintained. Stucco has to be maintained. It's part of just caring for your property. So the windows, I can't tell if that's fogging. Looks like a couple of the windows. I mean, I don't know if you can see it. The windows are older. I'd fare to wager they're probably original. So, let's just go take a look at the pool while we're out here. Some rust on those. Okay, so you've got a spa and pool. Little water fountain's working. Looks a little dirty. I'm gonna reach my hand in there and see if I can feel. Okay, so they've done some patchwork over. Oh, so they have done some work. Still needs some maintenance, just to be perfect, you know. Okay, so I am going to reach in here. Okay, so yeah, this is flaking off. I don't know if you can see it, but I can feel it. So the surface of that's flaking off. It's going to need a resurface at some point. I don't know if you can see it in the water, but the powder's coming up. I can literally feel it. Let's see if I can. I mean, I'm feeling the surface just flaking, starting to flake away. So that's going to need resurfacing. Let me check this out. I mean, I will say the pool looks nice and clean. Places you always want to check for this is the high traffic areas. So this actually is not flaking away like that is. But I mean, they may have been using the hot tub more than this. But again, at a certain age, you've got to do that, take care of that. So this is the pool pump over here. Okay, so they've got, looks like gas, propane, something. Here's the pool pump. I can hear it working. Okay, so they must have those vinyl solar panels. That's probably what they're heating the pool with. And yeah, propane. Property of Suburban Propane. Okay, so this is a leased tank, which means if you purchased, we would want to just find out what the lease terms are, you know, how often they fill it. So they, obviously we knew they had irrigation, which is the Rainbird. IQ fiber, I'm hearing that's supposedly better than AT&T fiber and Comcast. I haven't tried it myself yet, but they've been going around my neighborhood and everybody's saying their prices are better. I don't know. Okay. Oop, okay. Might need to close this. Oh boy. There we go. Oh, what is, hold on. There we go. Remote sensor. Therm Pro. So I'm guessing they've got some sensor to, oh look, there's people biking by. That's cool. Alright. So that would be the bathroom you'd probably enter into. Let's go back in here. Okay, I'll lock that door. Okay. All right. So let's go this way. It's a massive dining area. Living area. Okay. This has got to be quartz. Looks like it's like diamond flecked. Basically, it's got a little sparkle in it. It's orange, brown, black, white, shades of gray. So, very short cabinets. You could go with the 42-inch cabinets in this quite easily. I mean, look at how much room you have above the cabinets. This kitchen could really pop with bigger cabinets. You'd open up your cabinet space quite a bit too. Just having an extra, foot of cabinet. That looks older. Microwave, older. Not a bad fridge, nice Whirlpool. It doesn't match the other appliances, so I would guess that they've replaced the Whirlpool fridge recently. These alts appear to be older, probably replaced at the same time. Sink, older. So this is being used as the pantry. There's a little hole in the wall up there. Needs to be filled in, probably pushed it in. It looks, yeah, it was cut as a square, so they probably replaced it with that, and it didn't cover the older hole originally. I can see a little patch right there. Not sure what that's about. Could just be a poked hole in there. Same over there. I'm wondering if they had some other kind of light mounted, because there's literally two little square patches that I'm assuming they didn't think anybody would see. But you do have a sink. This is a really big laundry room. Again, look at that. Need some work done. So this is going to be the garage. Wow. That's interesting. Okay. Where's the light? Let me just open the garage. Okay, that's pretty quiet. Okay, they have a central vacuum, which is cool. This looks like an older unit. It doesn't have the expansion tank on top. There's no drip pan, which, whatever, but the expansion tank is new building code, but all the older units that have had this in don't have it. Daikin. Let's see what we've got here. It's got no, okay. FO 41624. I'm assuming this is, I would hope that it was installed then. I'd have to verify. Here's another access point to the attic. But this is just interesting. It's a little just side table, but why it has that's very, it's got the pocket sliders so you can close that. It's got a Mana split unit for AC. That cracks me up. So this was obviously his little workshop shed. I mean, it's kind of cool. You've got a outlet up there. Okay. There's that. So it's got an alarm system. Let's go over here. Same thing. Carpets need to be done. God, this house has so much potential. Nice walk-in closet here. Yeah, this house has a lot of potential. Which again, at this price, I assume there was definitely going to need to be some work. They had another one sell. I think it was at $750 without a pool. If that gives you any kind of indicator of why they priced this way in this area. I mean, really, a deep cleaning would really help. Scraping that out, putting some new caulk in. It just really needs to be cleaned. There's a lot of stuff you could do to this to make it look 1,000 times better. So you've got a little linen closet here. I mean, just changing fixtures and faucets, that goes excuse me, faucets and plugs, that goes a long way. Fixtures on the cabinets goes a long way. These are all dated. Those are really cheap fixes you can do. Mirrors dusty. Okay, so it's a walk through bathroom, so it goes to both rooms. Let me see. Let's get the light on. Okay. Again, carpets lifting, stained. Carpets just got to be removed and redone for sure. Here's the closet in this one. This is not a walk-in. This is just going to be a standard regular size closet. Nothing special. It's got a little cutout here. You could put a little TV there. It actually has the outlets over there. So realistically, if I were to put a bed in here, you've got to leave the walkways open. The bed would have to go against that wall and face that way. That'd be the way to make this into a livable space. And let me guess. I would say a full bed would be the max you could fit in that without gapping into that door. Or again, if you wanted to put a bed this way, but then you're really stopping those pathways from being able to walk around. But you could put your bed there. Then it would be a back against the window. I mean, the only way to really set a bed up, and it would be a full, like I said, maximum, would be putting it in that corner and then having it come out this way. So, got another closet here. Oh, just a little corner closet. Like it literally isn't the shape of a triangle. There's a little divot in the wall, you know, it's kind of hard to see on the camera, but you can see it's literally in the shape of a little triangle. There's a lot of storage space, I'll give them that. Here's another little breakfast nook. Okay. So this room definitely set up a little bit better for a bed. You could put a bed against that wall. Tray ceilings in every room, it appears. You've got an extra slider, little porch area for your own. Looks like one of the neighbors walking right there. Really cute little neighborhood. Another standard closet. They're definitely musicians. And then here is the pool bath, I would call it. Got more storage. There's the door to go outside. There. So that's pretty much it. I mean, it's got a lot of potential. I feel like it's been, it just needs love and care. I don't know, you know, how much of this you would want to fix up, replace, etc. But, you know, my honest opinion, there's definitely some work that needs to be done. I mean, I would just start with cleaning first and foremost. Lots of cleaning. That other house we saw, there was much less work that needed to be done. I'll just be straight up honest. I mean, if I was going to buy a house and not want to have to redo a bunch of stuff, that first house that was sold was less work. This one has a lot of, I mean, just like the seam cracking, you got to get up there and, you know, seal that, paint it. Windows, there's some fogging on this window. I can't tell if it's dirt or if the window seal has gone bad or something. Of course, you've got your pool open to the neighbors back there, so I would want to do hedges or a fence or something. I mean, I'm a private person now. I wouldn't want people driving by, walking by, riding their bikes by, looking in my pool area while I'm, you know, trying to swim. So, for example, see, this window looks a lot cleaner. This one, I don't know if you can see it, but it almost looks foggy. It's probably the seal. So the windows are probably older. Probably need new window panes. I mean, there's just kind of dirt everywhere. Carpets have to be redone. I mean, I'm not seeing anything that is, you know, terrifying, but like bathrooms, for example, I'm sure you'd want that shower to be done, and the bathtub, and the other shower, or rather bathtub, the other bathtub. So this house is really based off the comparables around. They're pricing it in such a way, but it's going to need work. And it's being priced for the area. So this is it. All right.